Έχουμε να παρουσιάσουμε μια πολύ ενδιαφέρουσα συνέντευξη τώρα που έχεις κάνει.
Με τον Τζορτζ Στεφανόπουλο, ένας άνθρωπος που έχει ζήσει την πολιτική και από μέσα και απ' έξω και είναι ο πιο διάσημος τηλεοπτικός δημοσιογράφος αυτή τη στιγμή στην Αμερική.
Μιλάει για τις πιο ασυνήθιστες εκλογές που έχει καταγράψει και έχει τεράστιο ενδιαφέρον να τον παρακολουθήσουμε. Στο μεταξύ θα δώσουμε τη σκητάλη πίσω στο στούντιο του SKAI, στον Μάρκο Δεϊμές για τα υπόλοιπα θέματα της επικαιρότητας και σε λίγο θα ξαναβρεθούμε εδώ ζωντανά από την Ουάσιγκτον.
Well, George, first of all, thank you for being with us tonight. You've lived through a lot of elections, from inside political campaigns and so on, and also as a journalist. Is this a different campaign, and why so?
There's nothing about this entire election cycle that is normal, that is anything like any campaign I've ever been involved in, whether as an operative, as a policymaker, or as a journalist. We've never had before a candidate for president who refused to accept the results of the last election. We've never had a candidate for president who is a convicted felon. We've never had a candidate who has been found liable for sexual abuse by a jury. We've never found a candidate who's been found liable for civil fraud and been impeached twice. Any one of those things that I just mentioned in any other time would be absolutely disqualifying. Yet, as we head into this election, just a couple of days away right now, Donald Trump has a very good chance of becoming President of the United States again. It's been the most unusual, unprecedented election cycle of my lifetime, probably in American history.
Do you think things would have been different had Biden dropped out in March?
It's hard to know. I mean, because, there's so many different factors that don't appear to impact the base level of Trump's support. But that's a big debate inside the Democratic Party right now. Had he gotten out much earlier, had there been a contest for the nomination, would the Democratic nominee be stronger? Or, you can flip it around, and many people believe that perhaps Kamala Harris was helped by the fact that she kind of was just turbocharged immediately into the general election campaign. And she did ride a great wave of momentum through the first debate that appears to have stalled out, not irrevocably as we head into the last 48 hours of the election. But now it did seem that Donald Trump had a bit of a comeback after the debate that she won decisively.
A lot of people speculate that if this election is too close, and especially if Trump loses by a small margin, there is a real risk of a civil war or of more of like January 6th kind of events. Do you agree with that?
I don't know about civil war, but I do think if it's close, I think we can, and we've already seen Donald Trump lay the groundwork for this. If it's close and he's behind, he's going to say it's unfair. He's going to say it's fraud. And his allies in the states that matter and his allies in the House, I believe, they've said it, will do everything they can to find a way to make sure that he gets into office.
So who do you think is going to win?
I wouldn't be surprised by almost any outcome. I wouldn't be surprised by a 270 to 268 Kamala Harris win. I wouldn't be surprised by Donald Trump sweeping all 7 battleground states and having a quite formidable electoral college victory, even if the national polling is close. I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala Harris won 3 to 5 of the swing states, that they're all close, but they all tip the same way at the end. And that kind of uncertainty has made for a lot of anxiety across America right now because nobody really knows. I wouldn't bet a penny on the outcome. That's how uncertain I am.
And if Trump is reelected, do you think Trump 2 will be different from Trump 1?
No guardrails. No guardrails in Trump 2. Look at all of the former Trump aides, top national security officials who've come out and called him a danger to a democracy, even a fascist. Not only his chief of staff, John Kelly, not only the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, his own vice president doesn't support him. His own former attorney general has said that he could be a danger to democracy if he gets in.
If you watch things from here in Athens or from Europe, what would you be most concerned about?
Europeans are going to have to take care of themselves. Donald Trump has made it very clear that he doesn't value the NATO alliance in the same way that other American presidents have. I think it's fairly clear, given what he said on the campaign trail, his praise of Vladimir Putin, his praise of President Xi in China, his cozying up to dictators like Kim Jong-un and Viktor Orban in Hungary shows that we're going to have a very different kind of character of American foreign policy. Probably the most immediate impact, every signal he sent, is that the support that we've seen from the United States and from the rest of NATO for President Zelensky in Ukraine is likely to evaporate quite quickly.